In the newest edition of the National Geographic Magazine for March, my neighbor pointed at, they have an article about something that you care for, so why don't you check it out? She even gave me the magazine, and I looked, and just scanning it first, I found these pictures. So this is the cover of the magazine. This is the first picture in that article they posted. This is the second picture. This is the third picture. And this is the fourth picture. There are two more I'm not going to include for time purpose here. But based on these pictures, would you guess which country was that? Would you guess that it's a Muslim country? See here, the picture here. See the first one? Well, this wasn't a Muslim country. And in our court, witnesses would swear the following: I swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me God. And the help me God is under the pains of and penalties of perjury. So the whole truth. Well, is our press, is our media following this sworn testimony? I don't think so. What I've seen over the years, based on the programs on TV, some magazines, and then their articles, most of the time, especially when it comes to the Middle East area, truth is told in half. So it would be like, tell half the truth, sometimes maybe nothing of the truth. So really, help us, dear God. If you've seen my previous presentation titled Picture Perfect Communication, I gave this presentation on the 8th of September last year, and it was focused on social media and how we can better communicate our message over social media. So I gave this example. I have this picture of a mosque, and I asked you then, is this in Saudi Arabia? It seems, you know, the mosque and all this, it seems it's a Muslim country. And then I gave this picture. Would you, it seems, you know, that's a church, so must be Christian area. So would you think, you know, in your mind that this is in a Christian country that picture was taken? In fact, that church and that mosque are side to side, located in downtown Beirut, Lebanon. So if whomever is communicating is giving half that picture, they may miscommunicate a different message to their readers, their listeners, any audience members they may have. And in the case of the National Geographic Magazine, it was an article about Lebanon. And Lebanon isn't a Muslim country. It's a democracy, a special one, not typical parliamentary democracy, because the president of the country, the president of Lebanon, has to be Christian by law. The prime minister would be Muslim Sunni, and the leader of the House of Representatives would be a Muslim Shia. this is the way it has been set up after Lebanon had its independence. But it's not neither a Muslim nor a Christian country. It has maybe 50-50 of Muslims and Christians. But after all, it's a democracy. And the way National Geographic reported about Lebanon gave the impression to those who didn't know, like my neighbor, that Lebanon is not a Muslim country like Saudi Arabia or the Emirates or Qatar. It's a democracy. So the authentic communicators that we are, how can we avoid to miscommunicate the facts? How we can protect ourselves from this miscommunication virus? Well, to give you an example, this was a picture in the National Geographic of the city of Jounieh, which is about half an hour north of Beirut, half an hour drive. Instead of just posting this picture, National Geographic and the reporter could have posted this picture, for example. So she may have, the reporter is a female, and she is a Lebanese who was born in Australia, by the way, and is living in Lebanon. So the readers would think, she's Lebanese, so she must know. But she was communicating half the truth. This is the Lady of Lebanon. This is a church on top of the mountain for what, as Lebanese, we call there the Lady of Lebanon. That's a statue of Virgin Mary. Instead of this very first picture of, ladies with veil and, some ruins, some rocks, and she reports that this is in the port of Saida, one of the very old cities in that area on the Mediterranean, the reporter could have posted this picture, this photo on the left. This is the old Saida. He may have inserted one of the photos of how most Lebanese wear. This is Nancy Ajram, a singer, famous singer, Lebanese singer. There are ladies who wear the veil and the hijab, Muslim ladies, but not everyone does so. There are many Muslims who wear like Nancy, really revealing dresses and outfits. Also, she could have posted about the city of Tyre, which is the hometown of Queen Elissa, who founded the city of Carthage in Tunisia in the 1820 BC, before Christ. 1820, that was 50 years before the city of Rome ever existed. It was before Rome. They could have posted the Raushi Rock, telling about how beautiful it's there, the Mediterranean, the weather is like California with plus 4 seasons on there. And instead of posting this picture about Baalbek and saying it's a Roman, these are Roman ruins, she could have posted this and telling the audiences that local people would question if this was Roman or existed before the Romans. And these 4 columns are highest than any other columns in the whole world, higher than the Pantheon in Greece and any other ruins found in Rome or in Italy or anywhere else in the world. Or maybe she could have posted this, which I love from my previous presentation, Picture Perfect Communication. And I said at the time, it's like the mosque and church hugging together. This is the church here and the mosque. And this again in Beirut, Lebanon. So for an authentic communicator, what we need to do is first tell the whole truth, not half the truth. Second, specificity builds credibility. Be specific, as the Hall of Fame speaker Patricia Fripp says. Be specific when telling about facts and giving the information. And always highlight the positive points, even if you're reporting about the negative. Yes, the situation currently, the economic situation is terrible in Lebanon, but tell about the other factors. If not, it will be whining, and you will drive away your audience members. They need something positive, and there is always a positive. If you remember my other speech about our house in Lebanon being bombarded during the war, the bomb got there, destroyed the kitchen, but thankfully my mom and brother's family got out, and after that there was an attack to our village, and everybody who stayed was killed during that ugly civil war. So the bomb saved my family. Even the negative has something positive. And let's do our best to always report it. If you have any questions or comments, please don't hesitate to email me at hiba@hibahamdan.com.